Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Welcome in my babies. If you're new here, hi, my name is Joshua. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thanks so much for coming back to my channel. Today, baby girl, we're going to be watching / I'm going to be reacting to armed neo-Nazis mess around in historic black town and find out, and that's on period. They got their motherfucking asses jumped, girl. Shit. This is 4 months old, so the people in this video, they either still in jail or and I'm pretty well, first off, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do that shit again. Secondly, I mean, I don't even know if they got arrested. I'm talking about the neo-Nazis, child. They should have. Girl, not the day. Girl, the day after my mom's birthday, girl. Let's go ahead and dive on in, girl.
Ohio, they messed around and found out. Ohio residents.
Girl, Ohio, Dabo, Speed, come, girl, y'all should. Ooh, they should have been there to jump down.
Expel white supremacists from their town. And I mean in a hell of a way. Put it up full mass here. I knew something like this was going to happen eventually. Residents of a historically black community in Ohio, well, they forced neo-Nazi demonstrators to retreat from a highway overpass where they hurled racial slurs and waved.
Period. No tea, no shade, bitch. All I seen was this down here. I seen this, but they talking about something else. I just thought about, he said retreat, and then I seen this right here. The man running.
Large
the little white man
flags with swastikas. The confrontation, which took place earlier this month, occurred near Lincoln Heights, Ohio, not far from Cincinnati. About a dozen neo-Nazis dressed in black with red face masks, matching those worn in a similar demonstration in Columbus, Ohio last fall, were captured on traffic cameras, waving swastikas, waving their flags, celebrating their racism. They also fastened red swastika banners on the overpass fence and displayed a sign reading, quote, "America for the white man," according to photos shared with CNN. Footage circulating online shows people approaching the demonstrators as police stood between them. Within moments of the confrontation, the neo-Nazis retreated, hastily jumping into a U-Haul box truck,
girl,
fleeing the scene. Within moments of the confrontation, the neo-Nazis retreated, hastily jumping into a U-Haul box truck, fleeing
fucking tired.
the scene. Law enforcement at the scene were also seen ushering the demonstrators into the U-Haul truck and signaling them, "You need to get up out of here." The Vision Way overpass links Evandale to Lincoln Heights, the first all-black self-governing city north of the Mason-Dixon line, according to the Cincinnati Preservation Association. Evandale is just 2 miles from Reading, once a sundown town where local laws barred black people and other people of color from being out after sunset to deter them from actually living there. Quote, "We are underestimating the dangers of the police, not even attempting to identify them. Who are they trying to protect? Because it isn't us," local resident Kashara Talbert told CNN after confronting the protesters. Quote, "It could be another Hitler behind those masks. It could be a school shooter behind those masks." The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office quickly stepped in before the confrontation could escalate, quote, and make sure that no one was hurt, quote, end quote, the sheriff said, Sheriff McGuffey. Lincoln Heights residents are understandably upset, the statement read. Quote, "We continue to work with community and emphasize that there's no place for hate in Hamilton County." But real action was never taken by law enforcement. Let's put it up. So Cincinnati mayor condemned the incident in a statement on X, calling the display of swastikas in Evandale shocking and disgusting. Despite the vocal condemnations of hate, residents expressed frustration with public officials and law enforcement, saying the lack of official action forced them to take matters into their own hands. Since there were no consequences, Talbot feared the racist demonstrators would feel emboldened as law enforcement had left.
Girl, at the end of the day, the white y'all white people don't realize it. Damn, y'all white people don't realize it, but y'all are minorities in the world, in the whole world. There's not that many. There's not that many white people in the whole world. Like, yeah, I suppose whatever. Y'all are a majority. There's a lot of y'all in America. However, that's just in America. Just in America. Sorry. Like, nigga. And it's crazy and a shame. And we're gonna have to stop saying this or like change it up a little bit, because you do not get wiser with age. You do not. People, I swear, some people do not get wise with age. Y'all see how, did y'all not see how them men looked at, had big ass smiles on their face? Y'all see how old some girl, at a certain age, you should get like some fucking sense, a glimpse of some common sense or something. Something, girl. Something, anything, bitch. The fuck? And just be like, well, I think black people really aren't that bad. I mean, maybe, bitch, what the fuck? Jesus.
The scene without as much.
I mean, I don't know any Indian people anyway. So, maybe it's just, maybe I shouldn't listen to everything that I read. Maybe I shouldn't believe everything that I see on TV. Girl, stupid.
Is issuing a hands. Since there were no consequences, Talbot feared the racist demonstrators would feel emboldened as law enforcement had left the scene without as much as issuing a warning, signaling that racism and hate would be tolerated in Hamilton County. So what happened? The community rose up after the police refused to take action. Teresa Brooks, a Lincoln Heights resident, told CNN one of the white demonstrators called her an N-word, B-word, according to the confrontation. However, she said police dismissed concerns that she felt threatened, citing the neo-Nazis' quote, right to free speech. So dozens of residents,
y'all see,
including Ms. Talbot, quickly gathered after photos and videos of the neo-Nazi demonstration spread on Facebook. They confronted the group, seized one of their flags. In other words, they took it. And then they set their flag on fire.
Light that bitch on fire.
I want you to just see the flag for a moment. Now, all these big, bad, racist, bigot, neo-Nazis, they stepped up into a place called Lincoln Heights. They got the flag snatched from them, burned, and also fled the scene. This is what happens when they attempted to take that mess to a community that believes in governing self. The police had the opportunity to do the right thing because they were making a public disturbance. Their aggressive and threatening language is illegal. And I'm sure you could have found one or two trespassing clauses in order to get them to move because none of them applied for a parade permit. But the cops did not. So the community decided to do exactly what they needed to do. So as residents...
So in other words, the community had to do the cops' job. Okay, girl.
Confronted these neo-Nazis. The group, who Talbot said were armed, hurled the N-word at them. A Facebook video shared by an unknown account and obtained by local community members appeared to show the white demonstrators using the N-word and other slurs as residents approached to confront them. Quote, "Look at the N-words coming," end quote. One demonstrator, and they all wear masks, says, as others joined in the racial slur. Another said, quote, The cops are going to give us an escort to Freddie's car, and another reply, F yeah. Talbert said the tense confrontation lasted only minutes before the racist demonstrators fled in their customary U-Haul. The next day, residents and neighbors
Girl, it's the fucking
returned
U-Haul
to the
for me,
overpass holding signs of solidarity, including one that read, "My father fought Nazis, and so will I."
Period.
As they stood in solidarity, three demonstrators' cars had their rear windshield shattered by unknown perpetrators, according to Kim LaChance, whose car was among them. What's happening? It's a very beautiful thing that's happening, actually, if you can understand the beauty in it. Yes, you have evil, racism, bigotry. You have these individuals who are polarized to the negative, and they're trying to spread their hate, but their hate was met with love. Yes, tough love, but love nonetheless. Love for self, love for community.
Okay, well.
Love for the defense of their community, and also love for their children and their children's children. We're talking about multi-generational.
Period. And love for their peace of mind, bitch. A love for them. Yeah, like you said, love for themselves and love for their peace, girl. Their peace, girl. Their safety. I think he said safety also, girl.
Dynamics.
Y'all coming there being stupid.
And their children's children. We're talking about multi-generational dynamics. It is unfortunate we are at this place in American society where polarization seems to be the new end thing. It seems to be sexy to some. But see, the polarization reminds us of why balance is required. This polarization is happening because those individuals realize they are at the end of their journey. This ideology of racism, this polarization of bigotry is coming to an end. And so they are pushing full press, but it won't work. Yes, thoughts here.
Excuse me. It surely won't work. Plus, some of them, or maybe most of them, they are realizing, I think even Trump realizes himself, they're realizing that their numbers are dwindling. Like I said earlier, there's actually not that many white people in the world. There's a lot of them in the U.S., but in the world, no. And no tea, no shade, their numbers are dwindling. Maybe not at a fast rate, but whatever, they're dwindling nonetheless. So yeah, oh yeah, they're scared. They're scared. They think this is still their country, girl. And they don't want to lose it, girl. Please.
Full press, but it won't work. Yes, thoughts here.
Yeah, one of the more fascinating things about white supremacists is their audacity. But I guess that audacity, it kind of makes sense because they really believe that they are better than everyone else just because their skin is white. They really believe that they should be in charge of everything and everyone, regardless of like their level of education, regardless of any kind of expertise they might have at work or in leadership, their success in life, morality, integrity, whatever. Just because they were born white, that's enough. Just because of something that they had zero control over. And isn't that embarrassing for them that the best thing about them is something that was completely out of their control? Isn't that sad for them? I have to believe that that's why they cling to their racism so desperately, because without it, they're literally nothing. Right. They're just the worst and most hateful people who no one would want to be friends with. Without their racism, they would have to admit to themselves that there's nothing special about them. So good for this community for dealing with these people. Sure. Even if they weren't racist, they were annoying and nonsensical. They weren't anything that a community would want to be known for or represented by. And they couldn't even get the right permit for their dumb rally. Yeah, like we all just really want them to be in charge of us. We all, nobody wants to be them. You know, none of us are jealous that we're not white. We just like want to be left alone. Get out of here.
Yeah. And they got that damn flag snatched too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, period. That's not going to go well at the next Klan meeting.
Girl, exactly, period. And that's on period. Get the hell up out of here with that BS. Girl, y'all are just ignorant. And she did that, girl. She read them. She said, girl, other than y'all being hateful and racist, what else do y'all have to offer? Pretty much, bitch, what else do y'all have to offer, girl? And can you just it's sad. It's sad and it actually boggles the mind how you don't want to change. You want to be ignorant. You want to be racist. You want to be closed minded. You want to be xenophobic. Like, why? Why? You don't even know these people. You don't even know these people because you don't even want to get to know them. What's the problem? What's going on? What's the problem? Alrighty. Y'all bet you don't even know what the problem is. That's just how you were raised and you sticking to it. You're sticking to your guns. You're sticking with it, girl. Girl, shout out to Dr. Rashad Richey. Shout out to TYT. Shout out to her for reading these niggas. I forgot her name. I think her name is Raven. Oh, Yasmin. Shout out to her, girl. She read these niggas, and that's on period. Shout out to that town in Ohio, girl, for running them niggas out of there. For they said they ain't taking that shit, and that's on period. But yes, thank y'all so much for stopping by. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you want to, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Only if you want to. Because I can't make y'all do shit y'all don't want to do. Only if you want to. Yes, but anyways, thank y'all again. And make sure y'all love and take care of yourselves. Mentally, verbally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Bye-bye. See y'all later. Mentally, verbally, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Yeah.